Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to present about ICT tools and applications. My name is Liu. Okay, let's see the contents of my presentation. It will be 7 parts of it. The first one will be definition. Okay, the definition is about what is ICT. What is ICT? As we all know that I is represent information, C communication, T technology. We know that ICT stands for Information and Communication Technologies. Is similar to IT, but in more focusing on the communication technologies. The components of ICT including cloud computing, internet access, data, communications technology, and so on and so forth. You can see from the screen. Okay, one thing should be mentioned, that is UNESCO aims to ensure that all countries, both developed and developing countries, have access to the best educational facilities necessary to prepare young people to play full roles in modern society and to contribute to a knowledge nation. Okay, and if you see e-learning or online learning or web-based learning or other REST names these are all ICT's another name. Okay, for the ICT tools, it's a combination of audio, video, text, graphics, and so on and so forth. Can you name some of the ICT tools? Actually, in this part, I have designed a very interesting game if we can conduct this during the class. But since it's like this kind of presentation, so I will jump to another part. These are the ICT tools. You can see from here is a lot of information. It's a lot. YouTube and iPad, iPod Touch, even laptop. It's a lot. What I will emphasize is the Kahoot. Kahoot is a kind of game learning software that we use that in, I think, last 2 weeks during our first presenter. She shows us how to use Kahoot. And ClassDojo is another app that is very famous in nowadays class. I think a lot of schools that they are using ClassDojo. It's like a Facebook. You can post what happened during the class, pictures, videos. You can post as a teacher, as a principal of the school. You can post it, but only schools, school parents can see it. It's not like Facebook. Facebook is public to the public. Everybody can see it. But ClassDojo is more safe for the school children. Okay, ICT tools. You can see from here ebooks, audiobooks, educational video, iPads, even we use Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp. These are all ICT tools. Okay. TeacherTube is a website that can teach everybody anything. You can be a teacher in this website. It's something similar to YouTube. I assume that majority of us have heard about this website. Okay, this is QR code. QR code now is very famous, but during my degree study is not as much as popular as now. At my degree time, I I still remember there is a researcher came to our classroom and distribute his questionnaires for us. His research is based on this QR code. His research is about after a lecture, the students, if he or she scan this QR code, he or she can quickly get the notes from lectures from lecture. It's very convenient for the students. But nowadays we can see that it's very useful during educational aspect. But during my degree time, not that the QR code for education is not very popular. Okay, the QR code, as we all know that QR stands for quick response. It's basically a quick scannable barcode-like image that takes you to a specific digital destination. What's the points? What's the benefits that QR code? If you use QR code during education, that there are some points. First, it creates 21st century resumes. Students can use QR to create resumes that link to other content, such as their professional website of resumes. Other than that, teacher can create QR for linking students to examples of quality work. And also, teachers can make your classroom greener. That means save a few trees. It's not like paper. You don't need to photocopy anymore. You just use a QR code that is very simple for you to give announcement or assignment for the teachers. Other than that, you can use QR to like award prize by having students scan a code leading to an animation or band-aid. Okay, let's moving on to 5 technologies that will change classroom education. Actually is a video about 5 technologies. Okay, let's enjoy the video.
Let's face it, school's not what it used to be. Today's high schoolers are learning how to fly drones and 3D printing their artwork. It's really cool, but also kind of scary. So what crazy new technologies will replace number 2 pencils and good old graph paper in the classrooms of the future? Virtual reality has been around since the 90s, but now Facebook and Google are no longer in your face. Google's Expeditions program turns smartphones into virtual reality viewers using simple, inexpensive cardboard. And now that Facebook's bought Oculus Rift, they're planning on getting into classroom gaming as early as next year. This is the first kind of headgear that might get you into the popular crowd. 3D printing in schools is revolutionizing the art of show and tell. These printers can make machine parts, jewelry, even guns. Yesterday's arts and crafts is now modern-day engineering. Elementary-aged children are already using 3D printing to design prosthetic hands. Remember how you had to lug around heavy books and then swap them out for other heavy books from your locker? Well, now there's the cloud, saving students from back problems everywhere. But the cloud could also give teachers direct access to data on students' study habits. By doing all their homework online, students provide engagement data on how long they've spent on their assignments and whether or not they're taking notes. There's a bonus though. Major publishers could use that data to judge how effective and engaging certain textbooks are, so you could be recycling that boring algebra book. With biometrics technology, we've got fingerprint scanning to borrow library books and iris scanning instead of ID cards. Teachers will even be able to tell if you're concentrating or not during online courses using eye-tracking technologies. Yikes. It's like old-school projectors, but in 3D. Remember Michael Jackson's Back from the Dead moonwalk performance? Well, hologram technology in classrooms is still just a dream for now because it's too expensive. But in the future, it would allow teachers to give lessons to students across the world. Imagine taking a tour of a historic 3D model of the Colosseum right from your desk. The potential for new technology in the classroom is pretty amazing. But will it cause students who are plugged in all the time to forget what it's like to live in the real world?
All right. Wow. We're actually using ICT in our classroom. Very nowadays it's very popular to use ICTs in our classroom. If imagine that if we use these five technologies in our classroom teaching in the future, that will be very, very interested. Okay, now let's moving on to the next part of my presentation, ICT applications. If during distance education, we can apply of ICT. ICT has enhanced the quality of distance education. Distance education facilitated by ICT has mainly been applied to third education. ICT has enabled cross-border education. Other than that, during scientific research, we also can apply ICT. ICT can enhance North-South and South-South collaborations, and existence of virtual research groups allow databases and information to be shared. During technical and vocational training, ICT can also be used. ICT is being employed to train workers in many functional areas, such as healthcare, ICT services, or teachers. In education administration, ICT is also applied. It enhances day-to-day management of institutions, for example, like timetabling, financial management, medical services, so on and so forth. Next part of my presentation is that why using ICT tools and applications. Effective learning is possible by 5 sensory means. According to psychological study, humans can grasp 80% knowledge visually and 15% through hearing, and only 5% with the rest of the sensory items. So it becomes necessary to present the content by attractive means. ICT helps us to provide rich teaching and learning process. To provide rich teaching and learning process, it's necessary to use the various components like text matter, teaching and learning, animation teaching and learning, and others like audio teaching and learning, video teaching and learning. Why use ICT tools and application in education is because the rapidly growing usage of technology in today's world is pushing teachers to consider the integration of the ICT into the classroom. ICT can be used as a tool for motivating students to learn in a different way. ICT can be effective and efficient. ICT gives learners immediate access to richer source materials. It also can be dynamic and interactive. Next is about the advantage of using ICT tools and applications. In here, I also have designed a very interesting game. If we can conduct this during the class. But never mind, we will moving on since it's online e-learning. The advantage of ICT tools and application in education is that if we're showing image during education, during teaching and learning, pictures can easily be used in teaching, and teacher can easily explain very complex instructions and ensure students' comprehension. Teachers are able to create interactive classes and the lessons more enjoyable. Next, about the disadvantage of ICT tools and applications. In here is another game. Okay, since now we will moving on. First, setting up the device can be very troublesome, and maybe sometimes it's too expensive to afford, and sometimes maybe it's hard for teachers to use with a lack of experience using ICT tools. These are the disadvantages of ICT. Next is about the changing of ICT tools and applications based on my personal experience. In the past, during my school time, my primary school time especially, the teacher is only in the classroom is similar like this. We are sitting in the classroom without any aircon, without any laptop, without any computer. The one thing I can remember is we use radio to give us some record. We can listen from the radio. Sorry. In the past, we're using teacher aids in the classroom. If we want to go to access internet, we need to go to a special classroom. In the past, in China, we call it a computer lab. You can see from here this photo. The computer is a very big one. It's very old version of computer. The teacher more like to use teacher aids. And during my time, I remember there is not projector, but there is a very big machine that you can, if teacher want to show you something, for example, he want to show the one paper, the teacher can use that machine, but that machine maybe is quite old. I try to find from the internet but cannot find. It's something like projector, but it's more bigger. I don't know it's not. I know it's not clearly explained by if without pictures. You see, it's one of the you can see it's one of the advantage. If we can using pictures to show that machine, that it will be more visible. But nowadays, let's moving on to the nowadays classroom in China. We are more using projectors. You can see the teachers are using the projector, the laptop. The students are, even each of the students can use one iPad, can have one tablet. But I think this picture, each students is using one tablet is more. Not majority of the Chinese students are using like this, but I'm sure that majority of the schools in China nowadays are using projectors and have the computer in the classroom. This are in some international school, and rich people, rich kids, they can use this. All right. Now let's moving on to the technology in education in a future classroom. It's a video. I will show you a video. About in a future classroom. Let's enjoy this video. Wow, if in the future the classroom is like this, I think the teacher's job and students' job will be more easier. Okay. That's all from my today's presentation. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, thank you so much. All the best.